Okay, are the parties present and ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And one quick thing before we start, guys. So Rachel will handle everything at the beginning, but when we talk about recesses, right, when the judge asks, would the parties like a recess, the attorney who just concluded an examination will handle that, okay? Because that's the most logical person they're going to turn to. If they're a little slow on the uptake, then, you know, Rachel would be the next person, but it should be the person who just finished an examination, right? We don't have team captains, we don't have lead counsel, you're a team, okay? Yeah.
So then for prosecution would be Rachel, the defense would be me, because she does Sydney's last, and then I do Devin and Devin's last.
Well, and it depends on, because there's two parts of the trial, right?
Yeah.
So it'll depend on, and you never quite know the order, right? When you're crossing on your side, you don't know the order that's going to happen. So just default to whoever handled the last examination when the court is.
Also directs though.
Yeah, off of directs we know who it is, but off of crosses it'll be whoever handled the last cross. Okay. All right. You may approach.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Rachel McNerney, and I will be representing the prosecution in today's case. We have prepared a judge's binder for you today. It has a full photo roster of the team, as well as the entire case file, rules of procedure, and rules of evidence. We have a few stipulations we would like to bring the court's attention to.
And I'll have a tab on the slips for you, Rachel, so you can just bring a tab easily.
Stipulation 8, which provides that, I don't have these memorized, stipulation 10, 11, okay, can I just read it off your thing? Stipulation 8, which provides that only the witnesses that had relevant information are being brought forth today. Stipulation 10, which provides that there is a video log from Sydney Alcott Walden's residence verifying that she arrived home at 7:48. Stipulation 11, which provides that Jalen Whitman recorded their conversation on the night of October 15th until 10:30. Stipulation 12, which provides that the lab confirmed that there was petroleum-based accelerant. Stipulation 13, which provides that Exhibit 1 is a fair and accurate copy, and that was verified by witnesses who are familiar with Emerson Homestead, but it recognizes that it is not to scale. And finally, Stipulation 14, which provides, that there are multiple photos compiled into one, but witnesses do not have to recognize all photos when speaking of that exhibit.
That's actually 18. Now, when you're on the defense, Rachel, which ones are you going to point out?
I accidentally did that. I'm
Okay.
doing 8, 14, and 18.
Okay. Go ahead with your other matters.
We also have a few questions for the court.
Okay.
What is the court's preference on movement about the well?
Attorneys may have freedom of the well.
Should we ask to approach opposing counsel, the witness, and or the bench?
Please ask before approaching any of those parties.
Are we assuming that witnesses have been sworn, or are you going to swear them in as they come up?
We will assume all witnesses are sworn.
Also, I would like to ask that all remaining time from our close is saved for rebuttal.
All remaining time is saved.
And we have discussed it with the defense, and photography and videotaping is permitted today. And we have also, both sides have viewed each other's demonstratives and have no objections at this time.
Okay. Anything further?
I would like to make appearances and introduce my team.
Okay, so introduce it for prosecution and then turn around and introduce it for defense.
As I said, my name is Rachel McNerney, and my co-counsel today will be Chloe O'Connor, Ellery McAllister.
No, prosecution.
I don't know who the people are.
Raise your hand for her, make it easier for her.
That's
'Cause in the trial, you'll all be lined up properly.
So
I know we sat back here so you can see them.
So So it's Chloe, Reason, and Tess on
Do
prosecution.
I stay standing after she says my name?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I
the
don't know what your last
attorneys,
name is.
yeah, so as Rachel says your name, attorneys, you each stand up. When she's gotten through the third person, you all sit down. Same thing with witnesses. You all stand up, wait for the last person, then you sit down. Alternates will both stand up together and then sit down. Timer is the last one up and
I
down.
haven't practiced that. I know how to do it. My co-counsel today is Chloe O'Connor, Reason Tempero, and Tess Paxson. Our witnesses today are Elder McAllister portraying Natalie Hawthorne, Helena Anderson portraying Sydney Alcott Walden, and Robert Brooks portraying someone, Mel Herman. Our timer today will be Alice Medic, and our alternates are Isabel Robinson and Julia Tubbs.
Keep, just don't drift up, right? Like when you're on, you have a very nice professional, good volume, right? But then sometimes you'll do things like not look at me while I'm giving you an answer to something, right? So just stay focused on, okay?
As I said, Your Honor, my name is Rachel McNerney. My co-counsel today will be Chloe O'Connor, Helena Anderson, and Ellery McAllister. Our witnesses today will be Alice Medic portraying Jalen Whitman, Isabel Robinson portraying Devin Emerson, and Julia Tubbs portraying Parker Putnam.
You two are in the wrong order. Because Devin goes last, remember?
We were in the wrong order.
Yeah,
Isabel and,
witnesses.
Isabel and Julia.
But
It's,
Alice would say here.
oh, okay, so, no, Alice would be on the other side of Isabel. So you would actually be in the middle, Julia.
Oh.
Yeah. And you can stay where you're sitting right now. I'm just telling you that you were in the wrong order, so.
All alternates.
And over here, I think we had an order issue too, didn't we? Because Sydney, you go last, right?
Yeah, I was just sitting there really fast so she could see that.
Okay, that's fine. So just make sure when we go into the room, you guys are in the proper order. Because she'll introduce you in the order she sees you, okay? Because that's too much for her to think about trying to hop around. So just make sure you guys are sitting the way you're supposed to for her, okay?
Our alternates today will be Reason Tempero and Tess Paxson, and our timer today is Robert Briggs.
Okay, anything further, Ms. McNerney?
No, Your Honor.
All right. The council may go back to their seats and we'll get ready for prosecution opening statements.